right, welcome back to 6 News at 5. Time to take a look at your weather, and I got to tell you, I stepped out of the house today and it felt downright spring-like across the area. Now, with that being said, it was still 98, so that just tells you how much your perspective changes once you get to August. It felt great out there at 98 today. 74 is where we started off the day, so we'll take that as well across central Texas. Now for the Brazos Valley, slightly different story. Of course, the cold front took a little bit longer to get through the Brazos Valley, and with that, started off the day at 82. Yet another day started off in the 80s. Remember, we've already talked about how for the Brazos Valley, it's a record year this year for mornings of 80 degrees or more. 104 is where we ended the day in the Brazos Valley, so another day above 100, but that does end a streak. Let's look at some numbers here. For Central Texas, that was the first time in almost a month that we were below 100 degrees. And for the Brazos Valley, again, perspective shifting numbers here. First time that we were below 105 in the last 15 days. We'll take it though, right? Now for the Brazos Valley, that does mean the 100-degree streak is continued up to 38 days at this point, so very long there. That is a record, of course, and we'll see just how long that continues before we are able to shut off the 100-degree temperatures. Winds again out of the north, keeping our air 5 to 6 degrees cooler than it has been on average so far this year. Again, staying below 100 across most of central Texas. Saw a little bit of rain yesterday. Nothing out there today. Plenty of sunshine. It was the north winds again and the slightly lower pressure keeping us below 100 degrees. That cold front, though, has made its way all the way through central Texas and most of southeast Texas, kind of draped over Houston at this hour. But that means for all of us, northerly winds, and northerly winds, aside from being slightly cooler, also imply a drier air mass. And because of that, our relative humidity readings from 20 to 25% across the area. So with that, we cannot forget that we are still dealing with fire danger. For the Brazos Valley, fire weather watch for tomorrow. Again, fires can start and spread quickly, but we can't rest on our laurels no matter where we are because it is dry across the area. The brush is dry because of the drought. So still, with the Texas A&M Forest Service has us under a very high risk for fire danger for tomorrow. But that's tomorrow. Let's talk about tonight because tonight is going to be downright pleasant. Lower 70s, maybe even some 60s across central Texas and southeast Texas for overnight lows. Tomorrow highs between 101 to 102 in most spots, right around 100 across most of central Texas. And then in your 7-day forecast, well, I hope you weren't used to what we were just talking about because it all goes right on back to the 106s and 107s as we head through the end of the week and into the weekend.
All right, Matt. Yeah, we couldn't escape those triple digits for long. Thanks so much.